Ladies and gentlemen, we will now commence the ceremony. Please silence all cell phones. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mexico, Missouri, and the home of the Missouri Military Academy. Please rise and face the flag and join me and the campers in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Please take your seats. Since 1889, Missouri Military Academy has provided the ideal environment for boys to grow into the kind of men we can all be proud of. Good husbands, good fathers, good citizens, good leaders. MMA provides a 360-degree education uniquely suited for boys seeking to prepare for college and life. Here at the Missouri Military Academy, our boys learn to lead a goal-oriented and balanced lifestyle, incorporating academics, leadership training, sports, character development, weekend trips, and activities. Our summer camps are an extension of what we do throughout the year. The Mma Confidence Camp provides young boys with a fun and challenging environment where they participate in activities designed to develop a sense of pride in themselves and their accomplishments. Campers gain self-confidence and gratification through team-building exercises, casual team and individual competitions, and inspiring individual events. Each session includes an opportunity for campers to compete and complete the Confidence Challenge course designed to inspire self-confidence, pride, and competitiveness. Activity highlights include physical training, obstacle courses, marksmanship safety, rock wall climbing, bugle sticks, swimming, camping, team sports, a nature hike, and an all-day trip to Merrimack Ranch, where campers participate in swim activities and take advantage of the activities barn. Today's ceremony, we will honor the graduates of the 2021 Missouri Military Academy's Confidence Camp 2. Today's host and honored guest speaker is the Missouri Military Academy's very own Commandant Colonel Rick Grabowski, United States Marine Corps, retired.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Missouri Military Academy, and welcome to the second session of a three-session Confidence Camp award ceremony. 1 week has passed since you brought your campers here, and I can tell you, just talking to a lot of you here in the audience this morning, and then watching a few of the boys run to the doors and leap up into the arms of mom, dad, or the loved one, they're excited today. There's a lot of excitement here. And I can tell you, we see this every year, and this is my sixth camp year here, of the boys in their excitement to get back to with their parents, their loved ones, as well as to share with you the experiences, the challenges, the adventures that they've had over the last week, and for some of them over the last 2 weeks. And but before we get going, I've got to ask you, when you guys drop them off, and I see this year after year after year, the day after they get here, and then up until the day before they leave, it takes us anywhere between 5 to 6, I think the counselors will attest to this, to get them up out of bed in the morning. We have to constantly go in there and remind them, get up, get dressed, get your bed made, we got things to do today. And then we got to go back in there 5 more minutes and they're sleeping still. And this goes on and on. But it's not on the day of graduation. They're up before we are. When they hear the reveille, the bugles go off, and they're all excited, and they're up. But do you have that problem at home with them? I don't think so, right? You guys get them out of bed right when they get up in the morning, is that correct? Okay, all right. Well, being a father of 3, I know that it's not that easy to get them up. But the point I'm making here is the excitement is in the air, and the boys know it. They knew it since yesterday, and there's two reasons. One, they want to get back with the loved ones, and the second thing is they're eager to talk to you about the experiences, the adventures they had this week. And ladies and gentlemen, it has been an amazing week, or 2 weeks for some of them, of challenges and self-discovery more than anything, finding out what they're made of. And we'll talk a little bit about that. But through team-building exercises, individual trials, and a whole host of other activities, we have challenged your sons from day one to take on things that they may not be comfortable with. That's our model here. We do it with the campers. We also do it with the cadets that come here for the academic high school from grades 7 through 12. We believe that getting them out of their comfort zone and letting them try things that they can accomplish does a lot for helping them build their character. It's not whether you're the fastest, the strongest, or you're the smartest. It's the fact that you try. It's the fact that you get up and have the courage to make a decision to try this. And I'm going to share with you that after watching the boys here, and this is a thing we do in the military, if you're Army, Air Force, Navy, Marines, you'll understand what I'm talking about. That challenge, to take the courage to make things happen, helps in the development of your overall character as time goes on. It establishes that self-esteem and that self-confidence. And we do that with our camp programs here, and we also do it with our academy. And it works. It works. Throughout the ages, historians have always talked about the courage of young men and women and how that is so important to their development. The Persians talked about it. The Greeks were really big on it, and so were the Romans. And I'm a Roman historian. I love anything with Rome or ancient Greece. But one of the greatest philosophers of Greek history was Aristotle. And Aristotle mentored boys just like this, right here at this age and younger, into their late teens, many of which grew to be leaders of the city-states of Greece. Many of them grew to be famous warriors of Greece. But one of the virtues that he taught those boys through his teachings was about courage. And Aristotle would always lecture his boys, and he would say, "You will never do anything in this world without courage. It is the greatest quality of the mind next to your honor." And it wasn't just physical courage he taught them about moral courage. Here at MMA, we believe that the courage to take positive action, to do the right thing, and the confidence gained from that experience are key ingredients in the development of a young man's character. We believe that courage and confidence, combined with leadership, compassion, as well as very demanding teamwork, are the cornerstones for the success in today's competitive world, and I think you would agree with me on that. Our camp has challenged your boys every day to find that courage, and you're going to see in a video here shortly, which is the highlight of this ceremony, a sampling of all the things that these boys have done. And put yourself in the context of some of these young men, as young as 6 and as old as 12, and ask yourself, would I have been willing to do some of those things when I was that age? In an environment where I was all by myself and alone, away from my loved ones. With this in mind, to you young men that are sitting here, the campers, all eyeballs on me right now, I want you to remember the lessons that you've learned here over this short span. And I want each and every one of you to go back home to your neighborhoods, to your churches, to your schools. And I want you to be the young man that sets the example for others to follow. And to always remember to do the right thing when no one else is watching you. If you do that for the rest of your life, you'll be on the right glide slope to success. I guarantee you that. I want to thank each and every one of you for having the courage to come here, and I want to thank you for your motivation this last week, or these last 2 weeks for some of you. I got to tell you, campers, you motivate me. And if you think it's hard to get you out of bed at 6 in the morning or 7, it's hard to get me out of bed at 4:30 and 5 o'clock, as well as these counselors. But you know what motivates us to get out of bed? It's coming here and being able to rub elbows, associate, and be with young men like you who are motivated, excited, and ready to get the day on. That's what gets us up every day and gives us satisfaction. And I thank you for that. Remember, go back home and share your lessons, share your adventures with the kids in the neighborhood. But remember, always do the right thing when no one's watching you. To the parents, I'm a father of 3. All my children are grown and out of the nest. One of them works here as a counselor with the summer program. And I want to thank you for your trust, your confidence in giving us your most precious asset. And I know what that means. I still stay up at night thinking about these boys when we have them in our control, because I understand the responsibility that you've passed on to me as well as my counselors. And that's not an easy one. And I thank you for giving us that opportunity to have a week or 2 weeks with your child, and hopefully we've made a difference. And hopefully we've satisfied your desires and objectives for sending your son to our camp. I sincerely hope to see all these boys again down the road, some of which I've seen 3 or 4 times that have been here. Young Falbo's been here a couple times, and there's others. Hopefully next year we'll see you again, and maybe some of you in the leadership camp, which is a 2-week program that we got. But to the parents, again, thank you, and safe travels on your way home today. I know some of you have come a long distance, as far away as San Antonio, my favorite city, and get ready, because you're going to be hearing about all the adventures all the way down the highway here for the next few hours. But last but not least, and I'd ask that you just indulge me a little bit to say thanks to our camps would not be possible if it wasn't for the staff that work them, and that's the young men and women that are with these boys from the time they wake up till the time they go to sleep. Lieutenant Doug Wright, where you at? Doug, where you at? Come on out here. And then the counselors, if you would, please stand up. Ladies and gentlemen, these individuals are pretty remarkable young men and women. Doug is a lieutenant here at the school. He is what we call a senior leadership advisor, company leadership advisor. He runs our Delta company, and that company has 5 company leadership advisors that work directly for him, that engage the boys from the time they get out of school till the time they go to bed. And Doug also has a cadre of night accountability control officers that are the security after hours to make sure the doors are locked and we man the cameras and that we have no intruders on the campus, whatever. But Doug manages anywhere between 60 to 70 young boys from ages or from 6th or 7th grade all the way up to 12th grade. And if you're interested in learning how best to herd squirrels, this is the guy to see right here, because he's dealing with it every day during the academic year. But Doug, being one of our best and rising stars here, we chose this year to be the director of the Confidence Camp, and he has knocked the ball out of the park. He's got a tremendous staff of young men and women that come from all over the region. These are college kids that are come from as far away as the University of South Dakota. We've got Hawkeyes from the University of Iowa. We've got Sooners from Oklahoma, and we've got the Tigers from the Missouri or from the University of Missouri in Columbia here, and other locations throughout. And many of these individuals are either in the National Guard or they're in the ROTC, Reserve Officer Training Courses, and will be commissioned officers here at the end of this year, and they'll be out in the frontline forces allowing folks like us to sleep good at night, because they're going to be on the tip of the sword protecting our rights and freedom, and others, by the way, in other countries. And they come here every year, and I got to tell you, their op tempo is intense, because they're usually at work between 5:30, 6 in the morning, and they don't go home or to their rooms until about 10 o'clock at night once they get the boys asleep. And in many cases, many of the boys in their first couple days, homesick, obviously upset, they'll stay with them until they're sleeping, which sometimes takes until, midnight or longer to get a boy to calm down. And we're very fortunate to have them here. But if you would, please join me in a warm applause for these folks, because they've done a tremendous job. You guys can sit down. I can guarantee you they're going to be out of here as soon as we're done, and they're going to be sleeping for the rest of the day. But it all starts tomorrow, again, with the new crew of boys and girls boys that are coming in for session 3. The last thing I want to say, and then I'm going to get off the podium here, is I want to bring up Miguel Hernandez. Miguel, please come up. Folks, every year we get volunteers that come back here to work with our camps. And we've got some men and women on our staff. Some of the men that are on our staff are alumni here from the school. Miguel has been working with our leadership camp, which is a 2-week program, and that camp is designed for boys 12 through 17, a little bit more advanced type of leadership skills and activities on the back campus. But Miguel's son just is recently participated in our leadership camp, and he came back here to spend a week with us pro bono on his own and to work with the boys and share his experiences. He graduated from our academy back in 1984, and I'm not even going to go down through all the things that he did while he was here. He was a 6-year student, but he was in almost every sport. He was the team captain of our baseball team. He was on track and field. He was also a soccer all-star, and I think, was it the last year you were here? You were the Missouri military all-star of the year. And we used to have 3 or 4 military boarding schools in the state during that period, and they competed exclusively against each other, and he stood out as one of the top athletes in the soccer arena. But he was also on a team we call the Fusiliers. And if you get a chance to go home and go back and Google Fusiliers 1980s, because it was our drill team back then. And the Fusiliers compete in the region, but in those days they competed in the region, and they also competed nationally against all the schools in the United States. And every year, to this day, the Fusiliers would compete in Daytona Beach, Florida for the national championships. And in those days, the MMA was considered national champions, not just one year, but several years in a row. And this was one of the spearheads on that team that went down there and just devastated anyone that came into contact with them in their exhibitions. Our Fusilier team kind of went away in the late 90s, early 2000s, but 3 years ago, I should say, we re-resurrected it. And last April, they went to Daytona, and they placed second nationwide. And so we're back on the rise. We took the Phoenix from the ashes, or the Phoenix has risen from the ashes, and we have a couple of our 84 classmates, Rob Farnham and others, that have come back here to dedicate time with the boys and teach them, and they are now back on the front page. He was one of those guys back then, but the boys in the leadership camp were so impressed with him over the last week. They asked that Paul, who is another one of our alumni that works up here for us, a volunteer from Mexico, to give him a small award as a token of their appreciation for what he did over the last week. And Miguel, thank you a lot for what you do, and the boys want to thank you for that. Ladies and gentlemen, please be safe going home. And again, God bless every one of you. Boys, it's been a joy. Have a blessed summer, and do well in school, and hopefully we'll see you again next year. Semper Fi.
Thank you, Colonel Grabowski. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy the Camp and Review slideshow we have put together just for this camp. It highlights many of the activities, challenges, and events that your sons experienced. Please enjoy.
One shot, yo, make it count, yo. Crunch time, shine time, make this moment my time. Get a grip, yo, ready, set, go. We bring the thunder. Bring the thunder. Let's work. Bring the thunder. Let's go. Bring the thunder. Let's work. Bring the thunder. Let's go. Yeah, it's my time, yo time, step into the spotlight. Let yourself go, our time, high time, gotta go big time. This is it, yo, never take no fight time, grind time, take it to the street time. Turn the roof off, get loco, game time, win time, we gon' bring it home time.
At this time, we will present the individual awards for the 2021 Summer Confidence Camp. Lieutenant Wright, please come forward. The first award, the Air Rifle Sharpshooter Award, goes to Robert Naimi. This award is given to the camper who scores the top score during the air rifle qualification. Next, the Air Rifle Marksman Medal goes to Dylan Cahill. The Air Rifle Marksman Medal is presented to the camper with the second highest score during air rifle qualification. The Paintball Sharpshooter Award goes to camper Patrick Scallon. The Paintball Sharpshooter Award is given to the camper who scores the best during paintball qualification. The Paintball Marksmanship Medal goes to camper Noble Hale. The Paintball Marksmanship Medal is given to the camper who scores second best during paintball qualification. The Chesty Polar Confidence Award goes to camper Konstantin Narkovich. The Chesty Polar Confidence Award is presented to the camper who outperforms his peers on the Confidence Challenge course. The Confidence Challenge Course Medal goes to camper Joshua Udo. The Confidence Challenge Medal is presented to the camper who finishes second best on the Confidence Challenge course. The Audie Murphy Physical Fitness Award goes to camper Miles Cross. The Audie Murphy Physical Fitness Award is presented to the camper who scores the highest on the physical fitness test. The Physical Fitness Medal goes to camper Ethan Sidoris. The Physical Fitness Medal is presented to the camper who finishes with the second best score on the physical fitness test. The Spirit Award goes to camper Randy Mang. The Spirit Award is presented to the camper who demonstrates the most spirit and motivation throughout the camp. The Courage Medal goes to camper Antonio Falbo. The Courage Medal is presented to the camper who demonstrates the most courage throughout the course. Antonio conquered his homesickness. The final award today is the Clifton B. Cates Citizenship Award. The Clifton B. Cates Citizenship Award is presented to the camper who exemplifies superior honor, goodwill, and respect for others. This camp's Clifton B. Cates Citizenship Award goes to camper Riley Harper. We will now present the remainder of the 2021 Confidence Camp medals for each camper who has completed this year's Confidence Camp. Christian Alcala. Barami Babarik. Brody Buckingham. Carter Buckingham. Michael Cottrell. Sir Owen Coriel. Corbin Fields. Braden Girdlestone. Jonathan Hemby. Jaden Holt. Kieran Herdlicka. CJ Jenkins. Samuel Jones. Anderson Cobfell. Austin Lang. Walker Lay. Mason Mossinghoff. John Meyer. AJ Nwillow. Justin Perry. Augustine Petit Guillot. Preston Scallon. Jackson Thomas. Joseph Woods. The following campers have already received a Confidence Camp medal for their attendance of the previous Confidence Camp. These campers will receive a Confidence Camp certificate second award in lieu of a medal. Evan Allen. Kamsi Izibe. Benson Steinmetz. Matias Torres. Michael Torres. Ladies and gentlemen, we have one final presentation for the day. Our counselors are hand-selected and come from all over the country just to be a part of your boys' lives during the summer. They each dedicate every waking hour to provide mentorship and guidance for our campers. At the end of every camp, the boys get to vote on the top counselor. This year's Clifton B. Cates Citizenship Award winner, Riley Harper, will be presenting the top counselor award to the counselor they have selected as the most influential. This week's top counselor, as selected by the campers of Confidence Camp 2, 2021, is Counselor Thomas Kiefer. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our 2021 Confidence Camp Awards ceremony. Thank you again for your attendance, and we look forward to spending more time with each of your boys in the future. For those of you